How's everybody doing today? I'm using a different streaming platform here. So anybody let me know if you can't hear me, but I think I got the audio working here. Awesome. Awesome. All right. How's everybody doing this morning? Snorlord is off today. So I'm going to do your morning spot market report. Is everybody ready? All right. Strap it, folks. Who do we got in here so far? Sterling Wheel in the house as well. Shucky darn. Let me get this. Let me like my own video here. Is it even going to show up? Hmm. Anyway, put some links there. Um, my website, DIYsemi.com. If you're looking for one of them there fuel cards, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, still taking donations for the Polar Plunge this weekend. If you are inclined to be such a person to donate to any charities, consider that one. It's a good cause this weekend. A bunch of us idiots are gonna get together and jump in an icy pool, to raise money for Make a Wish Foundation. So if you care to, DIY $ DIY Semi and Cash App, Venmo at DIY Semi and more, or Super Chat. I match all donations. Put a cap on it this year for 10,000 because y'all gonna break me one of these years and put me in the poorhouse. All right, here comes everybody. Here comes all the people in. All right, notifications went out. It's a busy morning here, so I'm gonna be checking texts. But trucking, I keep forgetting I moved the camera over here. I got to look over here at the camera. Trucking got the best of me the last day or so. So we just had to come on here and blow off some steam, have some fun, talk to y'all, vent a little bit. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? That would have been a better title for this instead of coming on here and openly mocking a Snorlord. But he couldn't be here today. So he says, "Hey, could you fill in for me?" I says, "I've seen enough morning coffee lives. I can try that." Josh the vegan in the house. So this, okay, now what's happening here? This platform, this I'm using the YouTube streaming app, doesn't allow me to put comments on the screen, does it? It says replace, pin, put user in timeout. Huh, it does not. What happens if I pin a message? It doesn't work. Oh well. Anyway, y'all can see the messages. What do we got here? Josh the vegan in the house. Howdy y'all. Steering wheel, good morning from the good part of California. You must be up there in that northernmost California. Do I have anything incriminating in my background? No, I don't. Still got to remember the camera's over here. Josh Regan says, "Ha ha, the good part." Yeah, you got to look long and hard out there anymore. D Compton and now CJ Hudson, Killian's trucking. Mikey Nine Toes is here. Woot woot. He says. Hunter says just in time to drop the kids off at the pool. Ooh, the water slide. Mikey Nine Toes says do this more. I'm trying. Like I said, I'll be honest with you. Trucking's got the best of me here. Last night, I've been up all night. I have a driver that is has the patience of a saint, and I cannot believe he didn't say "screw you, I quit." We had a load go sideways. I think it was an 8 drop load, and two of the customers, decided to be a bag of you know what, and totally blew up the whole schedule en route. And this guy's been out. He's staying out for a long time with a purpose, trying to build up some money. He's been out for a long time. Was supposed to go home today, and the load went bad, and the poor freaking guy. Um, hats off to the broker. Um, we all hate on brokers. This dude stayed up all night from home on his personal time, and I know because we were talking half the night and on his own time. How many brokers would do that? And taking care of things, jacking people's asses, emailing, calling, and hats off to him. Not going to mention him by name because I don't want y'all stealing from me. Super chat. Oh, Aaron Hamilton. Okay, Aaron Hamilton, channel member, signed up as a channel member. This format. Uh, welcome to DIY. Okay, thank you for joining as a member. Yeah, there's memberships available. So, and even prior to that, we've had just the same things we all deal with every day, and I've been on the road a lot, filling in. Like more than half my guys are on vacation right now, so I've been filling in some gaps, and yeah, Chuckin's got the best of me. It ate me up and spit me out. So here I am doing the morning spot market report. Justin Axford, well, that's perfect timing. Good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Another one going home for, you know, leave me out here to do all the work, I guess. Rickert in the house. Good morning, Adam. Peace to you, sir. Gary Bates thumbs up poop emoji. It just wouldn't be a live stream without a Gary Bates thumbs up poop emoji. Kicking it old school. Cassius King says, "What's up, Snorlord?" Hold on, my cat wants to go outside. And when I say my cat wants to go outside, I mean my dog needs a treat. So I don't have a cat. There you go. Anyway, well, David Lopez in the house. Sold my truck yesterday, and I just started my HVAC school. Best decision ever. It might be. You know, I'd tell young kids nowadays, boy, some of y'all gonna hate this. College is a waste of money and time. Go to a damn trade school. Learn to be a plumber, a carpenter, an HVAC guy, an electrician, because the trades are being lost. And guess what? There's money in them there trades. Spend $80,000 on a liberal arts degree to get out of college and make 27,000 and have 80,000 in debt, when you could have an internship working, learning to be a journeyman electrician or a plumber, and a few years into it, be making 100,000 and have no debt. Boy, it's not a hard decision for me. There wouldn't be. Um, Congratulations on selling your truck. Sterling Wheel says Northern California is not what everyone sees on TV. Yeah, Northern California is nice. Tire Killer in the house. Good morning, sir. Scott Hart. Is that the Scott Hart? I'll be darned. Steering wheel, isn't that Jefferson? Hmm. Totally in the house from checking in from Turkey, halfway across the world. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning from the Ohio Turnpike. Well, we know who's got all the money, or who at least who used to. The Ohio Turnpike's going to have that money now, John. MKA Transportation. Morning in Nebraska right now, headed to Colorado for Tom. Who's Tom? I don't know Tom. Mikey Nine Toes, there we are. I gotta stop clicking on the messages. It's not putting them on the screen anyway. Aaron Hamilton joined as a channel member. Thank you. LOL, yes. Jefferson billboards everywhere. Okay. Mark M in the house. Mark, I'm gonna be sending a trailer down your way here in about somewhere around the 21st week of that. Bringing that trailer down by y'all to have serviced. The driver that has it lives down that way, so we'll maybe you'll get to see that trailer again. Cool trucking in house. Hey Adam, good to see you. I ain't seen you in a while. Are you saying in trucking is indifferent to your feelings? Yes. Saying trucking don't care about your feelings, especially mine. Cents per mile says, I just unloaded my Peter. What a mess. Oh, jeepers. Cents per mile committed to coming to the polar plunge this weekend. Watching me freeze my nuggets off. It's supposed to be warm though. It's not going to be much of a torture this year. It's probably going to be like 40 degrees. Water temperature will probably be in the 20s or something like that. Not like the last few years where the first year it was 7 below zero and high winds. And last year I think last year it was 20, but that water was still plenty cold. But it is what it is. Still wake you right out of a coma. Jerry Sund in the house. Morning, everyone. Morning to you. Grade 8 Transportation. Good morning, DIY and chat. What's up, folks? Brother Craig, good morning. Turbo, do you need a drive? A drive tire? Pretty well stocked up on drive tires. Good morning from Wildwood, Florida. Home time, Randy Curry. Florida? Who lives in Florida? Man, you might as well live in the Florida Keys driving truck. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Good morning. Driving while listening. For some reason, I looked at that first and thought it said drinking while driving, but it doesn't. Cassius King says Lineage sucks. Capstone sucks. 22-hour load time. Oof. Oof. Good luck with that detention. Cassius King, also a channel member. Good morning from New Jersey, Jose says. Unloading in downtown Chicago, then I'm headed to Janesville. Ooh, okay. Good luck. The weather's fine. Come on up. Oh, I pinned your message. How did I do that? Mark M says like the stream. Appreciate it. Animal says good morning. Hands. There's an old school driver right there. Skipped out on lineman school at 19 years old. Buddy of mine that went his first 5 years as an apprentice, making 40 to 50K. Now as a journeyman, he makes 140K at 32 years old. Good for him. Wow. Tire Killer says step deck life is the good life. Okay. WCF Invader says I'll be taking over the morning coffee report. Snorlord will be jealous. Maybe someday he could be my co-anchor. I don't know. Cassius King says, is Portland considered Northern California? I'm not good with geography. Yeah, but if it was, that would not be the good part of California. Portland is, we could say, a bit messy. A bit messy. Randy Curry says, Florida Keys are on the bucket list with the big truck. I went down there once with to the Florida Keys. I didn't care for it. I'm not a bridgy, watery kind of guy. I like to. We always figure if I end up in the water, I want a chance of surviving. So I want land near me at all times. And yeah, you could get in some real trouble down there. And all I did was go down all the way as far as I could go. Got to the last place, and it was like you just go down one road, and then at the end had to deliver. Well, it turned around and then came back up a little bit and delivered on the side of the road. And got the heck out of there. Not yeah. Also, that what's that island down there? Starts with a M. Malago. It's where all the rich people live. There's a bridge, big bridge, and some fancy houses going into there too. Request the season loads out of Jackson, Missouri for tomorrow. Okay. Mame Madim Prime Inc. driver follow. I like your channel. About to lease purchase a truck from Prime. How long have you been watching the channel there? Mamie, Mame, Mam, Mame. What's that name? Um, sit down and see if there's a better option for you. I'm not gonna sit here and be critical, but that program is not designed for you to win. I'm just saying, there's probably better things out there for you. Um, you know, do the long hard math and talk to people about it. See if there's something else out there better for you. Killian says best decision you could ever make, leasing a truck from Prime. I got you before you removed it. I got you. All right, so it wouldn't be spot market report if we didn't look at spot market, would it? Hold on, let me. Somebody just book a load. What's going on here? What the hell is this? Oh, we had some detention come through. Okay, we're gonna leave that as unread. Sorry, I'm working while I'm doing this. Y'all can hang in there. Watch me burn this place down. Nothing important. Now, how on this platform do I share screen? Let's try this. Let's try the share screen button. All right. Where is my DAT button? There we go. What's on this baby? Somebody. Now you all know how this spot market report looks. You got to tell me where to search. Who's looking for loads? We'll help you out. Justin says, "What's detention?" That's that thing you get when you be persistent and don't give up. WCF Invader is going to show us all the high dollar freight. Now, look at this. Let's show how bad reefer rates are right now. So, off the East Coast. So let's go. Let's get this off of here. Get that off of there. Here we go. Let's look at oh, good old Philadelphia. That's centrally located. If I could type. There we go. Pardon me for not having the 123 load board. That's a Snorlord trademark. Let's just look at Reefer. We'll say for well, yeah, we'll say for Thursday because Thursdays suck, but it's also same day. So 3 loads within 150 miles of Philadelphia coming back to the state of Wisconsin. How about that? Let's all for the high price of $1,200, $1.38 a mile. Whew, that's a barn burner. I mean, If we want to wait till tomorrow, we could score a good $1,100 out of Baltimore. What do y'all think? We're stepping up here, Newcastle, Delaware to Oshkosh, $1.30 a mile. So I don't know why y'all ain't lining up here. Let's go. Let's go Baltimore to Rothschild, Wisconsin for $1.22 a mile. TQL. Woo! Everybody loves TQL, don't we? So yeah. Now let's see what that is for dry van. I bet you dry van's probably paying more. Where's the dry van? Oh, that's van specialized. We don't want that, do we? Here, van standard. Let's see if we can beat $1,100, $1,200. Look at that right there, $1,800. So dry. That's got 3 drops on it though, so that's not fair. Here. Well, that's also $1,800. $1.73. So dry freight is paying 50 cents a mile more. How do you like those apples? How do you like that? Now, I will say this broker doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell of booking a load with me. Hey, let's have a little fun with it. Let's do this. I can do this from time to time. I have permission. I just can't go too far with it. So the name of these dudes, Sant Freight Brokerage. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to share a different screen. Okay, let's see if I can do this disconnecting myself. All right. Oh, first, well, hold on. Let me sign in first so I don't share my sign-in information with the whole county. All right. All right, I'm signed in. So let's do this. Let's credit check these folks. How about that? That's going to be fun. And I did a video on this. Dude, what am I saying? You're not dude. Folks, things are getting real. I mean like real. Please start credit checking people. Oh my gosh. We got issues. Now how I'm sharing the screen, but how do I go into the stupid thing? Oh, here we go. So let's try Sant Freight Brokerage. Is that what it was? Let me check my DAT here. Yeah. Where are they out of? I gotta know where they're out of. Iceland, New Jersey. All right. Oops, I had the wrong state there. Let's put it all states. We won't even narrow it down. Right here they are. Sant Freight Brokerage. Ooh, that's actually not bad. It's actually not bad to get credit score. So DAT has them listed. Where are they? 80 credit score with no check mark. Okay. So they have them here as a 64. So it's definitely lower, but they kind of correlate to each other. So did they get it right on this one? We don't see much for past due. No, we don't see any past due. We don't see any. Am I still sharing the right screen? I am. I am. So we don't see any derogatories down here. I might actually book a load with these guys. How do you like that? Here I was sitting here hoping to make all kinds of fun of them. Damn it. I find somebody else to make fun of today. So let's go back. Let me catch up on some comments. Um, Josh Jones, Reefer out of Sioux Falls. All right, then. All right, can do that. Let me share that screen again. Again. Here we go. Here we go. See, you've already noticed that I am no suitable replacement for Snorlord. Any particular place you want to go? We'll just put in anywhere. Sioux Falls for today. We'll go today and tomorrow. Actually, Sioux Falls is a decent area, so I'd expect to see some decent freight. Let's sort by rate. Well, how do you like that? $4,800 to Boston, Scotland. Well, that picks up in Aberdeen, South Dakota. 3 drops on it, $3 a mile, but that's going to come down when you put all your stops in. Coyote, 250 a mile, $3,900. I mean, these aren't great rates, but it's better than $1.25 off the East Coast, right? So, and I'm sure what kind of volume we got here. We got 163 loads for today and tomorrow. So you got a little bit of leverage. I mean, it's Sioux Falls. It's not like there's going to be a ton of trucks there. You know what else I like to do while I'm in here? All right, so uh, we're looking at Sioux Falls, right? We already see the volume. So 163 loads available. Let's jump over here and see how many trucks are posted there, because then we know it's not like everybody posts their trucks. I get that, but it's a little bit of a measurement, and maybe we can see what kind of leverage we might have there. If there's 5 trucks posted, well, that's not a lot. Um, we'll do Reefer today and tomorrow. There we go. Oof, 608 trucks posted. Reefers. Holy crap. Oh, that's within 450 miles. Let me change my radius here. I'm stupid. 150 miles. 39 trucks, 40 trucks. So, I mean, that's a decent amount of trucks because it's not a banging area, right? That doesn't cover Minneapolis, the Minneapolis area. So, you're not going to have a whole heck of a lot of leverage, I would say, out of there. Um, sorry, I guess I got to check my emails again quick. All right, let's go back to the comments here for a second. Uh, Igor Fed in Atlanta is in the house. Thanks for coming in. Aurora, Colorado to anywhere south to southeast tomorrow. Ooh, what kind of trailer? We're gonna do Reefer because you didn't specify. Colorado. Who takes? Why would you take a truck to Colorado? Might as well take it to the Florida Keys. Aurora, Colorado. Just tomorrow, he says. 57 loads. Whoo! Hope you're not looking to make money. Oh, we wanted to go. Let's do within 400 miles of Charlotte. How about that? That'll cover a little bit of ground. There you go. 14 loads. Damn it, boy. Well, here you go. Um, they need a true team with that, though. $3 a mile. That's a pretty good rate out of Denver. Let's see that. That 115 MC number. No check mark. We definitely want to look at them. Um, there's but there's a lot of companies falling off here. Brokerages, freight forwarders, some factoring companies. When I did that credit safe video, I mentioned, hey, have you checked your factoring company lately? And not ironic. I really believe that. Like 2 weeks later, 2 factoring companies go bust. One of them was it FedEx? One of the divisions of FedEx had like $68 million factored with them. So like, it's not expensive, man. Check that credit safe stuff. I'm telling you, we're having to deal with problems here now that other businesses deal with all the time. One of them is credit risk. Here, I'm gonna post a link to that credit safe. Just check them out. Have them do, if nothing else, get the live demo. See what's up. Uh, Northwest to Midwest. All right, we'll just pick something at random here. Let me share my screen once, then we'll talk some more. All right, we'll just say Boise. Let's truck search loads. We'll say Boise, Idaho. That's kind of northwest too. Chicago. We'll say for like Monday through Wednesday of next week. I think that's what you're looking for. One load. Woo! Whoop whoop. Look at that. Jerome, Idaho to Crest Hill, Illinois. $1.93 a mile. How do you like that? Damn it, boy. That's a little soft. Oh well. It happens. What are we talking about now? I had a broker yesterday approve me for 5 hours of detention. I was too honest. I responded, ma'am, there was only 45 minutes of detention. That rectified very quickly. I bet it did. Cents per mile says I had 500 hours of detention in high school. I'm still waiting on that check. Oof. Yeah. Tire Killer says that's sad as hell. It is. It is. Carriers fighting over them loads. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, will they let you lease 2 trucks from Prime? I believe. I believe they'll let you lease as many as you want. So then I got a text message here. Every time you share the screen, it goes black. Is anybody else seeing that? Is anybody else seeing anytime I share the screen it goes black? Um, Cash. Thank you, buddy, for the images. That's those that text message you just sent me. Those images are the very reason I was up all night last night. How about that? How about that? What did I get my phone out for now? Somebody tell me what I was doing. I don't know. Where am I? The hell am I doing here? I'll remember in a second. Like I said, trucking got the best of me, fried my brain. Um, Carriers fighting over them loads. Yep. If I can get a hold of the broker, I try to ask them what they think is fair. Sometimes it works. WCF Invader. Yeah. So, short story. I don't think I ever told you guys this one. Something that kicked my ass about a month ago. We had a situation like that where a driver he got hosed. Like there's no two ways about it. He got screwed, and the broker asked, "Hey, well, we'll give you some detention on this. What do you think is fair?" And it was like 2 days. He asked for $1,200, and not only did they say no, they banned us for asking for too much money. Have you ever been banned for asking for too much money? Uh, all they had to say was no, but they took it, and it was one of the bigger brokerages, which is we used them a lot. I was upset about it, but come to find out, they're having a little bit of financial trouble right now, so it doesn't hurt too bad. But they banned us for asking for too much money. Like, well, why did you even ask then? Oh, by the way, uh, Cash is King, damn it boy T-shirt. Get it in his merch store. Got to represent here from a boy today. Uh, when you switch to your desktop, it goes black. Then a few minutes later, it shows the desktop. Why the hell? Okay. Well, I guess I won't share screen anymore then. Apparently it's not working. Sorry about that. I had no idea. It's working on my end when I it shows on my screen. Oh well. Uh, Good morning, everyone. Cheap freight hauler. What's the best way to look for team loads flatbed? I mean, same ways you're going to look for anyone that's load board. Or tell you what, start beating on doors and try to find your own customers. It's the best way to go. Oh, John also says my screen went black. Wonder why that's happening. Um, all right, we'll just leave that alone. I guess morning spot market report is over. We'll just sit here and talk crap about everybody now. The heat mount looks a little bleak. Or I mean, oh, I can't even do a heat map now. Damn it! Damn it! Bravo Zulu in the house. How you doing, brother? Every time, yep, it does go black. Yes, goes black. Eh, I'm fine now though, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to pull the brakes on the show with the pictures. Should I should I be showing those? You want me to? I mean, I know they're from the family reunion. Is that you want me to show the general public what kind of nonsense you're texting to me here? Yes. Something ain't right with you, boy. Something ain't right with you. What else were we going to talk about? What was even the title of this live? Oh, I bought a trailer yesterday. Um, let's see here. Let me fold it over so don't want to. Oh, meanwhile, I'm pointing it at the camera. $44,000 for a 2019 utility with a carrier, 7,300 with 5,000 hours on it. Disc brakes, set up just how I want them set up from now on, with low hours. So I'll be trying to get that ready to go on the road by the end of next week. So I'll be busy with that. And yeah, I tried to buy just a running gear for one of the trailers I got, but it's a long story. It's a long story. Waiting in a dock in South Carolina, trying to get home to Ohio. Okay. Is that classic ready to roll? I'm tired of all these codes. You know what? I got a friend that's going to be in town here for a week. He's coming to help with the polar plunge this weekend. He's gonna be hanging out for a week. And I told him, while you're here, you're gonna help me drag that orange truck into the shop. We're gonna cage the brakes and we're gonna drag it with another truck. And we're gonna get that in the shop and I'm gonna get going on that. And then I gotta put injectors in it. I haven't done that yet. And then just gonna start on the other truck. Like I have to. It's I have to for my own like sanity too. Find something else to occupy my mind sometimes. The Sioux City, Iowa Taylor and Martin auction starts at 9 Central. Hmm. I looked. I saw in Ohio that one there by what the hell is it, by Dayton? Was it east of Dayton or west of Dayton? That baby's packed. Wasn't a lot of tractors in there though. Ton of trailers. Ton of trailers. Cheap freight hauler. Hey, DIY Invader is considering a trailer with a lift axle. Can you tell him the difference in airbag prices between the Hendrickson suspension with chains versus the suspension with shocks? Depending on where you buy them, I've probably paid on average about 350 a piece for those airbags with no shocks. They got that inner. It's kind of internal to the airbag there. Those have been about 350 a piece in the regular style airbags. I buy about like 80, 90 bucks a piece. Not that you're buying airbags all the time, but yeah, it's a substantial price difference. And I don't. Well, it's not a new trailer, so you're not going to be specking out the axles. If it is going to be a lift axle, I'd probably go with the heavier axles. But I'm kind of preferring the uh, the ones without shocks these days. Well, most of them are going to be like that now anyway. But um, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the substantially more expensive airbags. And you had asked about what the heck was it, the standard axle versus the what we were talking about, 40,000 pound axles. If I was going to buy one brand new and specking it out, I might go with the heavier axles because most of the trailers nowadays I've been seeing, they're all getting that inner shoulder wear on the tires. It's not alignment, it's not bushings. It's just I think the axles aren't as good. So I'm thinking if I try that heavier axle, that might help with some of that inner shoulder wear. I mean, I've tried tire, adjusting inflation pressures, alignments, bushings, all kinds of stuff, making sure the bearings are tight. And they just all seem to be doing. You walk through the truck stop and you walk behind and look at everybody's trailers, and you'll see most of them are getting that shoulder wear. I just think that the axles ain't like they used to be, and I'm wondering if the heavier axle would solve some of that. I don't know. I would try it. Uh, Thanks, cheap freight hauler. Cassius King says seems like the airbag would be much of a difference in price over the lifetime of a trailer. No, it's like I said, how many times you can put airbags on a trailer in its lifetime? 2, 3 times. About 5 years they start to get dry rotted around the bottom. Give or take. Um, you're going to put shocks on a trailer several times over the course of its life. If you're maintaining it, you are. How many, most of these fleet trailers never see shocks in their lifetime. They might leak, but then when they run out of oil, they're never going to leak again. So, there's that. Heavy axles last longer. Yes, they do. 40K has no shocks. Lift axle requires 46K. Okay, there were we talking about? I remember exactly what we were talking about. Uh, they flex with heavy loads. Yeah, that's what she said. But did this go on Facebook too? Because I tried to send it to Facebook. I have no idea how this technologies work. Um, so what else? What do you guys tell me? What else we have to cover on the morning coffee live? Because we tried doing the spot market report, and I failed miserably at that because my screen goes black. Do I need to give you daily dose of motivation? Um, get off your ass, get to work. We let the cat out to pee. By cat, I mean dog. Snorler's never going to talk to me again after this. How about that? I'm stealing his gig. I didn't sell my truck. So I still have a truck, a couple of them, anyways. And so we talked about buying a new trailer. So I have I have this trailer that was I bought that was a Hirschbach trailer, and I bought it during the pandemic when trailers were impossible to get, and it's got super singles on it, but it's got the different axles and spindles on it to where you can't just easily switch it to duals. And I think the axle is shorter, if I remember right, or longer. I don't know. It's not the right axle. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have ones that can be switched to duals, and I have. But I have this one trailer, and it just eats tires. I've had it in for everything, and it just eats tires. It's just the way it is. So I'm like, well, I'm either gonna get rid of that. I want that trailer with super singles off the road. So either gonna get rid of it, or I'm just gonna. I'll tell you what. I have found a used running gear. I'm gonna put this used running gear under it. So, well, first I tried. I was gonna just. I have this other trailer. It's my spare trailer that I only use, or with some of these breaks down. So I was like, I'm just gonna swap the running gears. Perfect. Won't even cost me much. A few hours of labor. So I took it in, had them. They pulled them both off and switched them, and they're like, this trailer with the singles, the rails are wider, farther apart. And I had no idea. When you use that specific axle, your rails end up farther. Your slider rails end up farther apart. So I couldn't just swap them. So I put it back together. And I'm like, damn. Now I got order one specifically. So they want a lot of money for that. So I'm just gonna make that one my spare trailer, and I'll put the other one back on the road. But I needed another trailer anyway. So at any rate, um, that's what the story was with that running gear. They're not. That's the first time I've seen ones that didn't match up. I didn't know they had a running gear where it's wider. So that's new to me. Dale Robertson says, "Good morning from a company driver." Well, you're welcome in here. It's 5 p.m. in here, and I just prepared my coffee to take some break. 5 p.m. in Turkey, folks. There you go. Typically, my loads are 15,000 or less. Considering lift axles, I think I could run just one axle majority of the time. I had a dude that did that on his tractor. He had an old Peterbilt 377. He made one axle to lift, and just wrecked that truck. He ate the hell out of tires. Just it wasn't set up right. But yeah, I see guys do lift axles on the trailer. Can you run fuel prices up to about $7? Why in the hell would you want that? Because rate's gonna come with it. I'm sad to tell you. Longer axle probably for a super single. Yeah, it's because then if you put duals on it, it would make it too wide. And the spindles, it's not the right spindles to do that either. It would change the load on the spindles. But these other ones I got have the P spindles on it, which they're set up for that. So cash, how are you doing in your reefer business? Doing okay. We're doing okay because of the relationships that we built over the last couple years. We've worked. I can't just say I. I like to sit here and say I. It's not just I. It's my guys. They work hard at these relationships. Most of them do anyway. Some of them just you can't make them understand. But the ones that have worked hard at that are still doing well. You know, we sit and we compare all the time. Okay, what would this be on the spot market? And every circumstance is just better. So we're doing okay. Um, it's rough out here right now. You all know that. Like, have me sit here and tell you, but I've read a couple things here recently that are encouraging, but I just don't think it's enough. Demand for imports is way up, or not way up, but it's up like 14% versus this time last year or something like that. So that's encouraging, but are the imports coming? You know, N- bad things are still happening in China. So demand for imports is up, and then I think tender rejections went up a little bit too. So everybody's hopeful here. Spring's coming, get all this summer activity, blah 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 blah. Things are going to turn around, and I got to tell you, just honestly, I don't see it. Like we're gonna get some, your normal bump up. You have your spring building season start, but who's going to be building a house at 8.5% interest? Interest rates haven't corrected. They're saying they're going to drop interest rates a few times this year, and I tell you what, I'll tell you before it even happens, if they go through and start cutting interest rates, inflation's going to spike again, worse than last time, and this time it's going to be global. Um, they didn't fix anything just by raise interest rates. They didn't fix the spending problems and all this stuff. We have a bad situation on our hands. And I feel like unemployment is only just beginning to spike. So if you don't have the consumer spending, uh, businesses are struggling. So through COVID, the shippers and businesses problems were, how do we pay these freight rates? These freight rates are killing us. They're hurting us. They got that under control. Thank God for them. They did. Bad for us. But now what's killing them, and it's killing them even worse, is labor. They can't afford this labor. So, which is, I'm not saying people don't deserve it. It's a bad. It's two sides button head. That's a bad one. The loser loses bad on this one. So layoffs is their only choice, and that's bad for the economy. It's bad for us. And I'm not saying people don't. You need to make more money. I mean, rent and houses and food and gas and. I hope nobody believes these numbers when they say, "Oh, inflation's down." Inflation's bullshit. If you don't measure the most important things in our lives, food and energy, and a few other things in there, that takes in housing. It takes most of our income because the price of electronics went down. Freaking whoop de doo, right? So the consumer and the average American is going to continue to be put in a worse and worse spot. Discretionary spending is down, and it's a bad translation for us. Um, so the numbers are what the numbers are, but and you consider the whole picture. I just I don't know. It doesn't make me all warm and fuzzy. Uh, how much do you want to sell that trailer for? The one with singles? I don't know. 20, mid to upper 20s. I don't know, mid 20s. It's a good trailer. Other than that, I mean, it's ain't nothing wrong with it. Here's the thing, and I'm done with super singles on my equipment because if and this ain't a knock on anybody. If I'm out there running it, I'm walking around that trailer a couple times a day, looking at stuff, and if I see it, casing starting to separate or something, or uh, something wrong with the tire, I'll keep an eye on it and I'll replace it. Uh, you know, I can't say that everybody does that. Things get ignored, so and missed. So you're gonna go through more tires, and those bad boys are expensive. Now I bought that trailer because, like I said, it was a pandemic. It was all there was to be had, and I needed a trailer. So there you have it. Um, Long term, it wasn't a great thing. That's the only one left that I need to do that with. But anyway, other than that, it's in great shape. The reefer cool's great. We just pulled a load of ice cream with it the other day, which I normally don't pull ice cream. But I don't want to deal with those problems anymore of, for lack of a better word, neglect or abuse. So that's how I want to get rid of it. Cents per mile. I think we should take this show mobile and do some. Will it starts on tractors? Ooh, we could do that. I got about 30 of them. We could try some will it starts. There's one I need to start working on here. I'm turning it into my orchard tractor or my food plot tractor. We're building a food plot back in the woods for hunting and stuff. We got about 30 trees to plant this year and bushes. Russell Freight Services says, "Hey, trying to figure if buying second truck is worth it or not. Not knowing anything about your business or your income or your financial situation, all I can say is trucks are cheap right now, man. Uh, just when you say, oh, they can't get much cheaper, this is bottom. I saw some auction results the other day. 2018 international LTs with very low 400,000s on them for 17,000. That was, I think that was Taylor and Martin auction results. I'd have to somebody Ben, my friend Ben was telling me about it. So yeah, I mean, buy it. If it blows up in 6 months, just go get another one. I don't know. It's I certainly would try to pay cash for whatever you're buying, so it's not going to be a monthly burden on you. Do you still believe in the OTR diagnostic tool? I mean, it ain't bad. So when I bought that first one, I wasn't paying any kind of monthly fee with it, and I know now they have like a subscription, so that's a change. And then that Ansel one that um, damn it, South Georgia Hotshot has. We met one day in a truck stop. We were trying to hook that Ansel up to my Freightliner, and it won't connect. It won't do nothing. So I don't know what's up with that. I would like to have now the OTR will connect, but the Ansel is more sophisticated. Just say, whichever one you buy, make sure talk to somebody or something that has one. Make sure it'll connect and work well on your truck. I don't know why that Ansel one. We tried, the Detroit connection. We tried the Freightliner connection, but then Fate Trucking was there, and on his international, his the LT with the Cummins, it would connect, and we could do stuff with it. So it's not like the Ansel thing was acting up. It was working how it should. So I don't know why the problem with that. So I probably wouldn't buy that Ansel one unless I got to talk to somebody and they could make it work. Um, there's a lot of them out there. Uh, you know, it's personal preference too. How much are you doing? Like on the Ansel one, when South Georgia Hot Shot put injectors in, he was able to do injector cutout tests with that. I don't think you can do that on the OTR. So what kind of truck you got? I think any of them are better than not having one. So if you say, okay, I'm gonna have the OTR one, or I'm not gonna have one, get the OTR. It does some stuff. Like it can force regens. It can read all kinds of stuff. So you know it's not that expensive. Cheap Freight Hauler says currently on contract ones with fuel surcharge. Okay, but what if that goes away? Then you're stuck back to your namesake of cheap freight hauler with $7 a mile, $7 a gallon fuel. That would suck. Side note, let me reset this here. Hey, if anybody cares to sponsor me in a polar plunge this weekend for the Make a Wish Foundation fundraiser for Wisconsin, you can leave a super chat. You could cash at me $ DIY semi, Venmo at DIY semi, and more. I'm just gonna put it in the chat right now. I don't expect anybody to, but hey, if you're looking to donate to a charity this year anyway, a couple dollars, it's a good one, and I match all donations. So if you leave a super chat, I make up the if you leave a $50 super chat, and say YouTube takes half, I make up that half, and I match the full $50. So if anybody's interested, I put the details right there. Appreciate it. Uh, where did I leave off here? Cash is awesome, good for you. Russell Freight, I'm also pulling contract loads with a big carrier. Okay, well then you got a little bit of I hate to use the words safety or stability, but you got a little bit behind you there to help out. Tolga says, I agree with you 100%. BS as well. I went back yesterday. I went back and I started watching that members only live stream I did last year about this time. And I was I'm intending, it's only about a half hour, so it wouldn't be so bad. I'm intending to do another one and kind of do a reaction video to my own video. And we're going to sit down and say, okay, how much of that came true? How much was accurate? And it was pretty spot on. And the part I'm most proud of that was spot on that I didn't hear anybody else talking about was I predicted there was going to be labor disputes because of the situation we were getting in. And look at all what happened last year with your labor disputes. You had your $15 minimum wage thing in California. You had Mack trucks. You had UPS. You had Yellow. You had all kinds of these labor disputes between labor and management. And I think I said unemployment. Well, unemployment didn't kick off. It kind of did last year a little bit, but this year it's really unemployment's really busting loose. So that M1, M2 numbers, they did decline. They kind of have leveled off and have just kind of been doing, this wavy thing here for a little bit. So we may have escaped the worst of it, but still we're certainly feeling definitely some financial pain because of it. Um, it's the same BS lie and everywhere. Cheap Freight Hauler says they got to give out good news because November is getting closer. Yeah, this year is gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I hate getting political. I certainly have my beliefs, but I hate trying to convince or beat somebody else up with my beliefs on that stuff because and the number one reason is I don't want to hear anybody else's. I have my own beliefs and I hate to argue. I hate arguing. Trey Lincoln says, "What's up, DIY? Not much. Does a trailer have a tire rack to keep a full spare? It does. Oh, I think it does. I don't know. I could get back to you on that. Too bad Schneider won't go down on their truck prices. Yeah, yeah. Schneider's hanging tight with those Schneider finance trucks. WCF Invader tried to buy one, and they wouldn't come off of the price at all. It was too much, to be honest with you. Daryl Worth says, "Don't forget the cat." Right off the bat, I did let the cat out to go to the bathroom. And by cat, I mean dog. And bathroom, I mean, you know, give her a treat here. We'll have to give her another one. Oh, she's sleeping. I'm not going to wake her up. She's hard at it. Um, Sterling Will says more tractor content. Okay, I tell you what, I'll get my cheat sheet out and I'll go through and do a little video on that. Russell Freight Services. Oh yeah, I got my 22 Pete. I got payments. Second truck will be a cash truck. Good time for a cash truck. I mean, they're not expensive at all. Oh come on, everyone needs a $2,500 to $4,000 a month truck payment. Oh man, oh man. Here, let me check my emails real quick. My texts. Um, do. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good for a little bit. Where did I leave off here? Oh, there's the link for that cool truck. And what do you think of Crowfort County, Wisconsin? I'm looking at a few acres up there. I don't think there is a county called Crowfort. Crawford, maybe? Talking about Crawford County? Maybe? I don't know. Got my EFS fuel cards. Nice discount. Excellent. Wonderful. There you go. See, I don't know who signs up because I don't know anybody's real name. Oh, I love a 20-second ad right at a good talking point of a live show. Was there an ad while I'm live? That must be a YouTube streaming thing because that doesn't do that when you're on StreamYard. I'll be darned, I never seen them. I know they put ads in after you're done being live, but I've never seen them do it while live. 2 ads so far. I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Let me. I'm gonna put something here. Um, did you guys see my community post yesterday? Did y'all see that? Let me see if I can pull these pictures up and I'll put it on screen. Oh no, I can't put it on screen because my screen goes black. Well, here, I'll do it on my phone. Let me go back here. I got these pictures. So I had a reefer go down. It was so throwing a code 615. This is a Thermo King, which it said rail pressure fault, and then it forced it into low speed. It was still cooling. It was still running, but so I called Thermo King. We are going to get after hours service call. He's like, I would just probably leave it. He says, um, you may just need a fuel filter. He says your fuel pressure sensor might be going bad, which it'll run for a while. But he says you might have a problem with your high pressure fuel pump. I'm like, well, damn it, that's not what I want. So he says, if it's running, if it didn't shut down, it'll keep running. He says tomorrow, I'll take it in down by Charlotte and have him look at it. So we go into Charlotte. He got 2 more stops off. Went into Charlotte, and first thing checked what's easiest. Checked the fuel filter, and here's what the housing looks like. That's mud and sand inside there, like straight up sand. Now let me just so we obviously got to get out of the system. I said, well, you need to check fuel tank, just drain the sucker, whatever. So he starts draining it, and here's what's in the bottom of the fuel tank. You can see the water and the mud separated, the fuel and the mud separated in the bottom. That's all sand. That's all sand. So I can't feature that got pumped through from somebody's fuel tank. I mean, maybe if you sucked it from the very bottom of a fuel tank in a bad fuel stop, which I can't feature happening for it to be that much. It shouldn't suck that kind of sand because that fuel is well. Hey, there you go. Did I get filtered guaranteed fuel from the Quick Trip? We did not. So that made its way up into the fuel system, and apparently a fuel filter doesn't catch it all. So he got it all out the best he could, and started taking the lines off the fuel pump and such. That high pressure fuel pump's expensive. It's like $4,000. It takes a while to put in. And there's a screen on top there, and the Thermo King says if there's any kind of anything on that screen, you can just go ahead and replace the pump because it's shot. It's no good. And crap. So he's like, I'm gonna clean it and try it anyway. So he cleaned it, put it all back together, fired it up. It runs, goes to high speed, it cools wide open. So either we got away with one there, or the pump's gonna crap out. Which hopefully, I'm gonna take it in for tomorrow and have a full PM done on it. Change that filter again, make sure there's nothing in the oil. So either somebody put a bunch of sand in the tank, or somebody, I know it wasn't our guy, because it never for a second entered my mind that he would have done something like that. Left the fuel cap off and run down the road, getting a bunch of road slop in there, going into the tank. Or I'm gonna have him check, and like Sterling said, check the vent on the tank. It got in there somehow. Now I only bought that trailer back in August, September. Has it been like this the whole time and finally just came to fruition? I don't know. But we got some work to do on that. And yeah, incidentally, same driver has just went through an absolute shit show with the load from last night. So uh, he's going to take a couple weeks off and, and regroup. He's kept a good attitude about it. He's doing great. But yeah, so that happened with that reefer yesterday, and that was my newest trailer, which sucks. Well, not anymore. I just bought this other one. But yeah, WCF Invader, you made a contractor mad. LOL. I don't think so. Rickard says yuck. Now, so anyway, in my community post, I found this right away. I've always wanted one of these things, a Borescope. That camera on the cable you can stick down and everything. It's got a light on the end. And this one, the tip of the camera rotates. You just got a button on the controller. You can rotate that tip, and so everyone is like on sale for like $109, and I had a $50 Amazon gift card thanks to with both feet. He's not in here, but thank you, sir. So I used my Amazon gift card on that. I'll do a review once I get it, but I already see so many uses for that thing. I'm gonna just check all the fuel tanks on all the trucks and trailers. You can put her down in the oil fill, or stick her up in the wheel seals, or just be able to see all kinds of things. And I think I'll go through to all the reefer units and drain some of that fuel out of the bottom. It should be done, once in a while anyway. But yeah, excited. Paul East says one of the first things I did was bought locking fuel caps. So I used to have locking fuel caps on my truck, and I stopped using them because in the wintertime they'd freeze up and I'd be just have all kinds of problems. And then when they get road gunk in the locks, it would give me all kinds of problems. And I didn't want to create a situation for guys on the road where they have those problems. But I do like the idea of locking fuel caps. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll have to go back to that. I don't know. Holy crap! The fuel pump is how much? Well, that high pressure fuel pump is $3,500, and then I don't know what it all comes with. So there may be some accessories that need to go with that, and then plus you'll have installation. So I'm guessing we'd be at like 5 grand. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it all includes. I mean, are we talking about new injectors, just the pump? The sensors coming with it. We didn't even get that far in the conversation because started it up. She went to high idle or high speed, and he's like, running great. I think I'd probably just run it like that. He says, oh, if that code comes back, then just put a pump on. But if the code doesn't come back, you should be good. So shouldn't pick up anything from the bottom of the fuel tanks. Pickup tubes are normally 7 to 10 inches off the bottom. Yeah, that's well, depending on how much is in the tank, and then how low is somebody running the tank and you getting slosh. But yeah, so people don't know that if you haul a reefer or pull a reefer, people get mad when I say haul a reefer. It pisses them off for some reason. So I'm just gonna keep saying haul a reefer because I like to make people mad. The fuel line goes down into that reefer tank and it can curl around. Depending, there's different ones, much older ones, newer ones. I'm used to the older ones that it draws like that far off the bottom of the tank. So those fuel gauges on a reefer are very accurate until you get to about a quarter tank. And then you're really kind of playing games with how much fuel you got in the tank. I had to ask Justin how he knows. But if you're down to a quarter tank and you got that much in the tank, and that much of it is mud and sand, just from sloshing and whatever, you're gonna pick some stuff up. So uh, my best advice is keep your reefer tank at least half full or better, because you could theoretically run out of reefer fuel on about a quarter tank or a little under. They don't read really well once they get to that quarter tank mark. Um, there's- unless store was completely out of at driver was fueling while diesel was being delivered. Yeah, and you stir up, you putting 8,000 gallons of fuel in the tank and you're stirring up all that crap off the bottom. Or like I don't know if you remember that video I did when I got that fuel from Gary, Indiana. I don't know if the guy filled the tanks in the ground and left the lid off, and then they got a monsoon of rain and it all went into that freaking tank. I don't know, but there was water. That fuel was full of water. But then we have the sand. Where did the sand come? And it was specifically sand. It wasn't dirt type stuff. So I don't know. I don't freaking know. Either way, we just got to address it. Those borescopes are good to use in place of the old mechanic mirror. Yeah, there's many times I wish I would have had one, like when you're working on an engine and you drop a freaking washer or something down in wherever and you can't see and you keep trying to fish it with a magnet and you can't. I think it'll just be handy for a lot of things. Um, Someone put that in there for sure. Don't second guess. It may be. I just hate to, say things for sure when I don't have any proof or evidence. Um, you know, and it could, like I said, I've only owned the trailer since like August, September, so it could have been something that was done before I even owned it. Um, I don't. Oh, here comes the cat. Here, kitty. Oh, she just rolled over. She didn't get up. Uh, Even better if it can record. I think it can. Check out my community post and click on that Borescope, even if you just check it out. And tell me what you think. The reviews, that had like 521 reviews and 4.7 stars. So almost all the reviews were really good. I don't know. I'm not, it was 110 bucks. I'm not spending, hundreds on a Snap on or a Mac. I just don't, or a Matco or a whatever. I don't use it that much. I can't spend that much on it. Mousetrap, and I think they have ones also that will connect to your phone. I just I like the bigger screen. I like the features. I don't like doing too much stuff on my phone. I don't see it well. Mousetrap works better than locking fuel caps, especially in West Memphis or Laredo. Don't you need lizard traps in West Memphis? Do they make a lizard trap? I was referring to the tanks at the truck stops. Oh, okay. I got you. Paul E says 3-in-1 dry lube works miracles for locks. After I sprayed my locks, they're still easy locking for like 2 years now. Okay. Okay. George Wilson, what if a driver needs a colonoscopy? You can accommodate her, she, him, they, them. Good morning, everyone. I just got up. George Wilson with the pronouns right away. How about that? Probably just got demonetized. Whatever. Steering wheel says, "Tell your cat, your quote cat." I said beef jerky. No, you don't say it. I'm out of beef jerky. She didn't hear me say it. We're using the today is the Parmesan mini treats. How about the chicken Parmesan and cranberry recipe? Chief Freight Hauler says some super trucker probably got mad because your driver had his favorite parking spot. Yeah, I don't know. Who did the trailer belong to before? That was a Magnum trailer out of Fargo, which is so is this one I just bought here. I'm liking their trailers. I was buying J&R Schugel trailers, like them, but I'm liking these Magnums even better. Red Diesel says in Gary, Indiana, a driver said if a reefer parks next to him, he will change temp to quiet it down or even shut it off. Quote, better not park next to me. Ooh, if I ever caught that SOB doing that, that would be the last thing. You know, reefer people, do you like to eat? Are you big on eating and having food? Then leave the reefer trucks alone. Everybody's so like, Like everybody has to accommodate everything you want. They deserve to park and sleep too. They can't, what, you're supposed to shut it off? But you're supposed to go park. You know how hard it is to find freaking parking in the first place? They need to park too. Just whatever. Oh, somebody's blowing me up. I think that's a telemarketer. Let's call them back, and maybe this is we can have fun with a dispatch service here. See what they want. Oh, we had a couple of them already here from Vermont. Are they up in Vermont now? Oh, that was Google. I missed another one. Let's see if. Oh, dang it! I hate when the freaking phone rearranges my icons. Makes me madder than a wet cat. I don't know why it's doing it. There we go. Let's call these folks back. Ah, we missed them. I'm getting like 8 of those calls a day. I've started messing with them a little bit. Who let the cat out of the bag? Travis Weaver says, "Morning from Midland Dow Chemical Company." Oof. I'd rather steal from the fuel with a siphon versus drilling a hole in the tank. Yeah, who wants metal shavings in your stolen fuel, right? Can't be having that. Cheap Freight Hauler says, "Can you not pass code protect a reefer set temp?" I don't know. I don't know, to tell you the truth. I bet you probably could on the Thermo King. That Thermo King can do just about freaking anything electronically. WCF, it's a dispatch service. I always tell them I'm under contract with the Snorlord. I secretly hope one day one of them join his live feed. I had him on the phone the other day, and this dispatch, I got a call. I said, "Hold on a second." I picked it up, and then it was a dispatch service, so I patched it on a three-way, and we had great fun with the dispatcher. We got him so kerfluffled he had to transfer us to his manager, and then she didn't know what to do. Can you believe she wouldn't give me her personal phone number when I told her that I knew a truck driver from truckersonly.com that was lonely? Hmm. Reaver control units should have anti-tamper measures. They should. I'm going to look into that. I wonder if that thing does have a password protect on it. Tolga says probably they called you from Microsoft customer service. I never get the Microsoft one. I get these lending people trying to loan you a bunch of money, and then I get this one dude called trying to do the lending dude trying to loan a bunch of money, and I'm like, dude, I'm out of business. Like, I'm broke. I can't pay. He's like, yeah, but it's this percentage and how much you need. I'm like, you really shouldn't loan me money right now. So dude, I'm tell you straight up, I can't pay it back. He did not care. Like, he pressed on and on and on, trying to force me to take that money. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I can't pay it back. He's like, it's not really my problem. It's my job to sell it. I'm like, no, uh, you're stupid. Uh, Toyotas and tools say those thermal imaging cameras are getting pretty inexpensive as well, and those are good for all sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know if this one has infrared on it. I saw one. A buddy of mine has the I think it's a Snap-on, and it has infrared. So I was thinking about stepping up and getting that, but like, I just spent too much money right now, and it's tax time, and I got a lot of stuff. Like, IRP plates are coming due. That's $20,000. Like, I have a lot of things to pay for here in the next couple months. We got to tighten up just a wee bit. We got to. Vermont, Pakistan. Ah, there you go. Those Cassius King Trucking says those horoscopes are fun in the bedroom too. You could do some minor surgeries. At least some. I can do bedroom diagnostic. I figure. You know, what do they call it? Two-hole diagnostic. Just saying. Probably watch a YouTube video. Hell, all in all, I could make a YouTube video showing how to do that. There you go. Toyotas and tools making playing doctor. Use a heated borescope in the bedroom. Okay. Bear Harbison says, "Good morning, number 17. Your shower is ready." There you go. I just discovered something the other day. Did you know roadies showers never expire, or at least for a long time? I swiped my roadies card the other day, and I had like 18 showers on there. I'm like, I don't think I fueled it 18 times at a roadies in the last 2 years. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, if anybody needs a shower at a roadies, I'm just saying, hit me up. I got it like that. Tolga says, Barry Harbison, morning, sir. Barry Harbison, morning, sir. Tolga. Oh, incidentally, I'm all excited. I made my I made my very first deal all by myself, like with no help, for the fuel card. I got a 4 location place here in Wisconsin that's going to come on board, and they just right off the bat gave me some banging prices. So I don't know how long it takes for that to process. I haven't heard back from her in a week. Sent the paperwork over. Imagine it'll be a month or so. But I'm excited to put that one out because that was all me. I'm very happy about that. So it was good practice, and they were a pleasure to work with. They have great stops, good food, parking, clean showers. So I'll hopefully be able to put that out sooner than later. Hopefully they don't ghost me. Like that's the thing now. People in this world, they can't like reach back to you and say no or I changed my mind or whatever. People just ghost people, and that kind of pisses me off. In all honesty, like I probably used to be like that too years ago, but like don't leave people hanging. That sucks. Uh, WCF Invader, now would a tire rack be sturdy enough to hold a super single mounted on a wheel? Oh, sure. Yeah. Yep, it'd be fine. Grumpy Trucker in the house. Morning from Morganfield, Kentucky. Morning, Grumpy Trucker. Those suckers are heavy. Yes, you will pop several hernias messing with the super single. Let me check my email quick. Make sure I'm good here. Wow, email volumes are significantly up today. That's good news. We like that. I gotta hold on. I gotta confirm this. Okay, we're good. The last, I don't know, week and a half, what have you. See, I don't go by. Here's the thing. Ooh, we're back in the stock market mode report here. Okay, about to drop some snore lord knowledge on you, so everybody listen with bated breath. I don't care what FreightWave says anymore. I don't care what DAT says. Any of them. Okay, because brokers are pulling away from the load boards. I don't give a damn what DAT says about it. It's happening. Is it super large scale? No, but it's more and more all the time. Brokers are getting their own load boards. They're just going email only because of the fraud. They found that that's one of the only things working to address the fraud is to work with people you've worked with before. So that's what they're doing. So when DAT comes out and says, even that thing from Wall Street Journal, it was off of DAT load volumes, right? It says they're like 50% of what they were last year at this time or whatever. Well, how many of loads are still out there? But they just moved over to a different platform. They moved over to emails. They moved over to Parade, to whatever. Uh, that's how I judge things now. I'm not measuring it by necessary. I mean, I'll still look at it because they're still the big boy on the block, whatever. But I want to see my email activity, and it has been abysmal. I mean, absolutely terrible for the last couple of weeks. Today, slightly better, not a lot. It is Thursday. Thursdays usually kind of suck for us. Mondays are busy. Fridays are busy. Now, just volume doesn't mean rates. They don't necessarily correlate like that anymore. But that's how I'm measuring things these days. That's my new system. Uh, if you don't like it, tough, too damn bad. But DAT can say all they want that they're not losing customers and people aren't going private, but they are. It is happening, and it would behoove everybody to start looking towards that for yourselves. Convoy is back. Have you not heard? Somebody bought out the Convoy platform, and immediately they're getting sued by a bunch of people that are owed money. Now, if you were buying out the Convoy platform, I think they just bought the technology. I'm not sure they bought the whole brokerage type thing. They just bought the technology part of it, which they were all a big technology company anyway. But wouldn't you set up like a new structure to separate your new company from that old busted ass company that owes people a bunch of money? Just saying. Maybe they did. I don't know. But immediately getting sued. So that's pretty funny. I like to hear that. And did you see the article? I don't know if it was on Overdrive or what, but they disclosed through the, I think it was through the bankruptcy filings or whatever, the the rates that Convoy was getting versus what they were paying. They went by per mile. It was skewed to make it look, I think, worse than it was because they only talked about cents per mile, not dollar amount. Well, if you're on a lot of them were cross town runs, like 20 miles, okay, and they're saying, well, Convoy was getting $20 a mile and they were paying $7 a mile, so that's $13 a mile they were keeping. Well, it's a 20-mile run, so you're talking about total dollar value of $150 or something. When you sit down and did the math from whatever it is, it was deceptive and skewed to make, to get people's emotions stirred up. So that was kind of stupid. But some of them were bangers. I mean, some of them they were keeping some pretty good money. Just how do I get these ads when I pay for a membership? I don't know. I typically use StreamYard, and I didn't know YouTube was putting ads in while you're actually live. Typically, it's while you're after. Um, Cassius King says, I catch someone changing my reefer temperature and I will adjust their tire pressures with my Ryobi drill. Yeah, yeah. Um, Toyotas and tools. I got 80 cents off a gallon. My next fill up at Safeway. Been waiting to use it on the truck. There you go. There you go. Marty Sainamore, I got to say you got to go to Great Danes on reefers or nothing else. I got to say I do like the Great Danes. I do. I just looked at a dealership. They their pricing is so ridiculous. They're the same trailer and a utility versus a Great Dane was like $15,000 difference. So Great Dane is better. It's not $15,000 better. I'm sorry. My first reefer was a Great Dane, and I will always prefer Great Danes. But also, I'm not seeing a hell of a lot of them available. They get snatched up pretty quick. Dang, another ad. Okay. How do I get these ads when I pay for a membership? I don't know. I apologize for that. Wonder if I can turn them off right now. Let me see if I can mess this thing up here. There's a thing for live ads, but it doesn't let me check or uncheck the boxes. We won't be much longer, so I won't put too much more of it. Just seen TA hanging a coming soon sign on the old Wellstar Travel Plaza, 19 fuel stop, I-85 in Gaffney. Ooh, there you go. Funny how they can spend all that money hanging up a new sign, but they can't spend pennies to put a price tag on half the shit in the store. Oh, does that piss me off when you're looking at the, you know, row of food or whatever, nothing's got a damn price tag on it. That just burns me up. YouTube Premium, and you won't see the ads. Okay. How's it going, MC? Oh, there's trucking with MC. Uh, trucking with MC. Have you? Is it public knowledge what you got going on or what's up? Or I won't say anything if not. But everybody needs trucking with MC needs your prayers right now. Going through some tough times. MC, welcome, bro. It's going a little. Oh, okay. The cat is up now. Here, we gotta let the cat out to go to the bathroom. Here you go, girl. There we go. She's 13 years old. She's doing pretty darn good for a kitty cat her age. Uh, Paul E says, "Have you ever heard about centering sleeves? I had the ones that install onto the steer axle hub, and my truck drives smooth as better." Yeah, I have those. Well, I don't have the centering sleeves. I did the centering lug nuts. They have those. They're called skirt nuts. So on my steers, I put three, so like in a triangle pattern, and that helps. That helps too. And then I use the balance beads. This is my preference. I know some people prefer the Centromatics. I just prefer the balance beads. I've had really good luck with them. Catch King says I can live stream my Borescope to Pornhub. Okay. All right. Last key KWT 800. Hey there, DIY. Hope everything is good. Well, it's all right. We're blowing off some steam. Had an all nighter last night. Had some freight go very south, very south. There's something different about that Great Dane Kingpin placement. It's either heard by 9 inches ahead by 9 inches or back by 9 inches. You can get different kingpin settings on trailers. That's not necessarily a Great Dane thing. Checking the MC, I haven't seen an ad yet. Okay. Looking at a utility 4000 DX dry van. Anyone have a preference between utility or Great Dane? I've looked at. They're both good. They both, you can get a lot of different features added or taken away. I haven't seen a lot of Great Dane dry vans. The one that I did see, I really liked. So on the roof, well, for one, down underneath, and this is an option on utility also. Maybe it's standard nowadays. I don't know, but underneath the whole distance of your slider rail, where your tires are, you have your cross members, obviously, and anybody that's been driving a while has blown a tire and ripped out a cross member. Well, on my Great Dane, it had uh, aluminum sheeting the whole distance of as far as your slider rail could go, so that if you blew a tire, it couldn't grab a cross member. It would just hit that. I don't want to call it a plate because it was just really thin. It was more like sheeting, and it would hit that instead of ripping out a cross member. So I haven't seen that on a utility. I'm sure a guy could get it. Doesn't seem to be that big a deal. And then the Dane on the inside, it had a similar thing up on the roof where the cross members are on the roof. You've seen people take tall paper rolls or tall stacks of paper towels, toilet paper, run them in there, slip sheets, and they're tall. Well, on the roof, it had a similar thing. It had, aluminum strips down, every so often across the top of the trailer, so that if they did that, they didn't snag a roof cross member with that big roll of paper or whatever. So that was a pretty good, cool feature I saw on the Great Dane. And like I said, maybe that's available on all of them. The One of the main differences over time, I don't know, in the reefers anyway, I don't know about the dry vans, is the Great Danes traditionally had more uprights in the walls, which made the walls somewhat stronger. Now, it did add a little bit extra weight. On the reefer, one of the main things I like about the Great Dane is that rear structure, the rear door structure. It's just the Great Dane one is so much more substantial. You can just see visually that it's stronger. And if you ever follow one down the road, I've followed some utilities where that, the back end of the trailer just does this just a little bit, and you get them gaps in the doors, whatever. You don't see that as much on a Dane. Now that's opinion. That's not fact. Okay, that's my opinion. So everybody else may see something else, but I kind of tend to look at those things just a little bit. Um, but I do like, that's actually my favorite thing about the Great Dane is the rear structure, that whole door frame in the doors. As long as you get a Hendrickson suspension, I for the life of me will not buy another Meritor suspension. Tolga says YouTube shows ads while being live as well, which is good for the channels. It's also meaning YouTube likes your channel or lives. Well, that's good. I hope they like it because my channel is about dead. Uh, been trying my best to do more content more consistently, but it's I'm at max operating capacity here for one person, and I have to divide my time, and a lot of times YouTube loses. So today, when I'm done being live, I'm going to catch up on all my emails, my invoicing, everything squared away in the office, get the driver squared away, and then I'm out of here hopefully by noon. Gonna go help set up for the polar plunge. Today we're setting up the tent for the raffles, setting up the pool, the food stand type stuff. Then tomorrow we'll finish setting up, fill the pool, and Saturday morning it's party on, game on. So it's all volunteer type work. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? So glad to hear. Okay. Looking at a utility. Okay. Okay. Trucking MC says it is. She's doing much better. Okay. So he put it out there. I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to say, trucking with MC needs your thoughts and prayers right now. Give me your T's and P's. If, you know, going through some real life stuff, best he can. Price tags on shelves or items is by individual states. Yeah, I don't think we need a law for it. I'm just saying, if I want to go buy a little pack of crackers, I just like to know how much it is without taking it up to the stupid counter. Okay, Truck with MC. I'm not gonna put your personal details out there. Marty says I use the collared lug nuts, like you said, skirted. Yeah, and you could put. I think on a steer you'd want a minimum of 3. Okay, you could put them on every single one. And in fact, a lot of times I've thought about doing that because when you go to a tire shop, they're gonna screw it up because they don't pay attention. So I'm like, well, I'll just put every one of them a skirt nut. They're not really any more money. That way, when I go to the tire change, they don't put all 3 next to them, and then my balance speed's got to be over here to balance out the extra couple ounces from the freaking skirt nut instead of spacing them out. You know, but I just tell them, hey, they go back on the way they came off. You mark which ones they came off, and you put them back on there. Uh, Cassius King Trucking says TA got sued for putting prices on things. Someone died of sticker shock. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. I was out in, where the hell was I? Pennsylvania the other day, and I needed some oil. And I'm like, "Oh, I'll pick up a couple gallons right away because I don't have any in the truck." 2 gallons of oil, 64 freaking dollars. Like kicking myself in the ass because I got 150 gallons in drums back in the stupid shop, but I never put any in the damn truck. So my bad. Uh, Trucking with MC, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. You don't know what you have till it's gone. I have a whole different outlook on life after this. Well, that's good. James West, I'm in. All right. Excellent words, MC. Very much true. SK says truck stop buffets back yet. You see one here and there, here and there. But you would think with the buffet going away, shouldn't logically truck drivers get skinnier? Because wasn't that the things that was making us fat? But then we're the restaurants go away. We're driven more towards fast food and pre-packaged. Well, here I got to do my proper snore lord here. The food industry is trying to kill us. Pre-packaged food is bad. Um, I don't know. I don't know the whole thing. See, I fail at that too. I can't. I am not obviously a suitable host for the morning coffee spot market heat map report. Failed miserably. I can't even trash the food industry properly. No, but anyway, we had food, actual food on the buffet. Problem was we just ate too much of it, and then they take that away and all fast food and prepackaged nonsense. So we're actually, I think, worse off. And plus, you had to get up and take a walk to that buffet. Now you can just go once to the McDonald's and sit down and eat. You didn't get to go back to the buffet 7 or 8 times, circle it like a hyena on the Serengeti, and then carry a big heavy 14-pound plate back to your table. Right. So you got weightlifting, you got cardio. I don't see how a buffet could possibly be any healthier for you. Just saying. WCF Invader. Oh, by the way, your lawyers got money from the shipper for my leeway logistics load. Very good. WCF Invader had Leeway Logistics turn the screws to him when they went out of business for a load. He sent it to Alexander Winton and Associates, awcollects.com. He said, hey, DIY told me to call y'all because you some bad MFers about collecting on this. And I think right away they found like 9 different beneficial parties. That was either him or somebody else. I've been talking to a couple people, and it didn't even take that long. They got his money. I think Don, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they get your money directly from the shipper? Let me know on that. But anyway, they are pretty cool. I had the most I saw. I have a friend that they have a sizable trucking company, sent a bunch of collections to them. They found 14 beneficial parties to their freight, and they collected no problem. So it's when you wait too long and the place goes into bankruptcy. That's when it gets expensive, and they keep a larger percentage, and it's hard to collect. Get your collections in before they go to bankruptcy, which a lot of places are going to bankruptcy these days. So they're they're good at what they do. Don, you should do a video about that and just tell about your experience and the props and how the process went. Obviously, don't show the details because you have a contract and you don't want to violate it. So Subway sells a foot long pretzel, but it doesn't sell nacho cheese by the quart. Fail. Is that an epic Subway fail? Cassius King Trucking says, I always liked a Wabash drive van. Yeah, that's so the company I worked for, that's all they had was Wabash vans, and they were good. Then they went to the stupid Vanguards. And those things, them doors on the Vanguards would, when it would rain, your trailer would fill up with water. They warp. So, you have a flat door like that. In about a year and a half, that door would be like this, like a bubble. And it would just delaminate and you'd get all kinds of water in. So I'm not a fan of the Vanguard anything. Anything. George Wilson said, Toyotas and Ton Tools, I miss buffets so much. Yeah, don't make yourself sick doing that polar plunge. I'm already sick. So maybe that'll straighten me up. Grind and pray in the house. Thanks. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Good morning, brother. Salute in chat. Hello, everyone. Good morning, KB. Everybody saying good morning to KB. Toyotas and Tools. There was 3 good ones in my area. The casino here had unlimited crab steak, sushi, shrimp, prime rib, barbecue ribs, all the desserts. Damn it. Damn it. You don't want to be a fat man living too close to that. That'll be the end of you. Trucking with MC, I'll be starting on cleaning this truck out this weekend. Ooh, okay. I know you wanted to talk. Give me a call later today, if you don't mind. Tolga says, oh, by the way, don't forget to set up your schedule for the summer time conversion, folks. You guys going to start it's Sunday, as I remember. Yeah, spring ahead this weekend. It's going to be light to about 7:30 then. I can't wait. I hate the dark early thing. It's just depressing. Um, Cheap freight hauler, there's 2 flying J's on the East Coast with golden corrals in them. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Can we lovingly call you numbnuts? You call me whatever you want. I got thick skin. I've been called worse. WCF Invader, mine was just Dorn transfer. They were the shipper and receiver. Okay. So that was easy. That was somebody else then where they identified all them beneficial parties. Uh I had a show scheduled with Will Allen from there. We were going to talk about tariffs. And for some reason that's a very controversial thing. I had to cancel it because I had to go on the road, but we're trying to get that scheduled soon. That's a good topic. Um, it's sometimes misunderstood. So let me. We talked about that when I went to court, the tariffs. So let me talk about that for a minute because I screwed up. The more I've had that time to think about it, the more I wish I would have given a slightly different testimony. Uh, but hindsight, right? You don't know what they're going to ask you. And I tell you what, being on that stand is very intimidating, uh, especially when those very expensive lawyers. The tariffs. So the most common question is, okay, tariffs, the broker doesn't care. Well, it's not really for the broker. Okay. So everybody's, oh, if you get tariffs, what do you do? Send that to the broker? No, it's not really for the broker. It's for you. All right. Have you ever read a standard? Let me see if I can find a bill of lading here. All right. Lineage logistics. That ought to be a good one. Maintain. Okay. Give me just a second here. This is a good, this is a straight, okay. This is a Lineage logistics. This is a straight bill of lading. Damn it, I keep moving. I'm moving the camera. And then you have your standard short form bill of lading. Okay, they have similar properties. They have specific language in them. These are the best bill of ladings to have. Is your straight bill of lading and your short form. These homemade ones that people use, you could do without. Here, let me see what I got here. This is Niagara water. Um, okay, this is a good one too. This is also a straight bill of lading from Niagara water. So listen up. This is going to be a good experience. Okay, and I don't have Will here to back me up, so we'll ask him this when we get him on. Okay, let's start with the Niagara water bill of lading. This is way shorter. So we're talking about tariffs here and what it is, what it's all about to you. All right. This one, the language is down here. Okay, let me read it to you. Received subject to individually determined rates or contracts that have been agreed upon in writing between the carrier and shipper, if applicable, otherwise to the rates, classifications, and rules that have been established by the carrier and are available to the shipper on request, and to all applicable state and federal regulations. Okay, did you guys hear me? Okay, that said carrier and shipper. It doesn't say carrier and broker. It doesn't say shipper and broker. It says carrier and shipper. Now, here's where Surge was trying to muddy the waters. They're trying to present themselves as a non asset carrier. There's no such thing. Legally, there's no such thing as a non asset carrier. That's a broker. Brokers do not have assets. Okay, assets are trucks, not necessarily trailers. All right. So it repeatedly says here between carrier and shipper. A bill of lading signed by the carrier. Okay, this is why I've mentioned you want to get your carrier's name on your bill of lading. If they don't print it, write it by your signature, because a bill of lading institutes a contract between you and the shipper, the carrier and the shipper. Does not say broker anywhere here, does it? All right, so it says, let's just break that down a little bit. The contracts have been agreed upon in writing between the carrier and shipper. All right. This bill of lading is a contract between the carrier and shipper. Broker not involved. Okay. Okay. And it says rules that have been established by the carrier. By establishing rules that have been established by the carrier. Have you established rules? Your established rules is your tariff sheet. Okay. To the that have been available to the shipper on request. So here's the key to it. You establish your tariff sheets, you keep them in all your trucks. Mine are in my permit books. If a shipper wants to see my established rules, aka tariffs upon request, I can go to any permit book in any truck and say, here's my tariff sheet. Upon request, you requested it. Okay. It's okay, applicable to state and federal laws. So you could say, okay, well, there's a broker in the middle of this, right? Well, you're not using your tariff sheet unless the broker obviously did something wrong and broke contract. So in the case of Surge, had a contract with Surge, they didn't pay me. That contract is void. It's not. They broke the contract. Okay. So then what we're going to do is fall back on our contract established by a bill of lading with the shipper. Okay. So bill of lading establishes a direct contract between the carrier and the shipper. Broker's got nothing to say about it. That is why you can collect from the shipper. So most common thing I hear is, well, my contract with the broker says I can't collect direct from the shipper. Okay. If the broker doesn't pay you, what is that contract? It's broken. The contract is broken. Now, along with that, through the bill of lading, you have this direct relationship with the shipper. Okay, this is just one bill of lading. Okay, we'll come back to the other one in a second. That's why it's important to get your name on the bill of lading as a carrier. See, now this bill of lading, I'm not going to show it, but it has the broker's under carrier has the broker's name. Mm, that's fraud. That's a misrepresentation. A broker is not a carrier. So right away there, the broker committed fraud. Okay, you can't even present yourself as a non-asset carrier. You're not a carrier. These things have legal definitions. Okay, so you would want to write your name next to it, or wherever you sign this thing, you would want to write your carrier name, which this driver didn't do. But whatever. At any rate, it's still my carrier's driver signature. This one has a much more detailed. Am I boring everybody here? Let me know if you don't want to mess with this, but I'm kind of hung up on this. I like it. Um, so this one is a longer paragraph here. It says subject to individually determined rates or contracts that have been agreed upon in writing between the carrier and shipper, or where carrier has been engaged by Lineage Transportation. The rates or contracts agreed upon in writing between the carrier and Lineage Transportation. The property described above received in good order except as noted. Blah, blah. Okay, and this is contents unknown. The bill of lading is not subject to any tariffs or classifications, whether individually determined or filed with any federal or state regulatory agency or maintained by the care. Ooh, so Lineage Logistics took the straight bill of lading and modified it. They put their own language in there. This is interesting. I hadn't seen this before. Uh, no limitation of carrier liability applies to this shipment. Carrier acknowledges and agrees that Lineage Logistics has no beneficial interest in the goods. Okay, so we'll come back to this in a second. To the goods identified herein, and in no event will Lineage be responsible for any charges assessed by carrier or any other transportation party. Okay, so this is there's a reason why they put this in here and they just revealed it. If a transportation provider, including a motor carrier, agrees to provide or arrange transportation of the shipment identified herein at the request of anyone other than Lineage Logistics, the shipper identified herein, it agrees to seek payment of its charges exclusively from the entity which it accepted the shipment and expressly waives any other collection rights or remedies. So this is different. Lineage put their own paragraph in their straight bill of lading. So they're saying that they have no beneficial interest in the freight, right? They put that in there because if you have a beneficial interest in the freight, you can be held to pay for it. and they're taking themselves out of the equation by saying, we don't have any beneficial interest in it. Okay, and uh, they're disavowing your tariff sheet. They're by saying, um, this bill of lading is not subject to any tariffs or classifications, whether individually determined or filed with any federal or state regulatory agency. So Lineage Logistics has been through this. They've obviously been sued. They've been held to pay. This is not your standard language in a straight bill of lading. This one is. This first one I read is. So Lineage Logistics knows what's up. They know exactly. So they're removing this and saying your only contract. They even specifically said here your only contract is with the person that you that from the entity which it accepted the shipment and expressly waives any other collection rights. So they're saying your only contract is with the person who hired you to haul the shipment. Okay, this is not standard language in a straight bill of lading. So you can see the difference between your legal straight bill of lading right here and somebody who knows what's up. Linear Logistics knows what's up. So my thought was of how I should have testified different was to say that Surge's claim was we are being hurt by carriers trying to collect directly from the shippers. Well, I neglected to point out that the shippers know specifically that Surge is not paying their bills because they've had that conversation with them. He just testified to it in court. Yet the shippers continue to tender freight to Surge Transportation to move by carrier to not get paid. So the shipper needs to be held accountable for their actions too, because they're knowingly tendering freight that they know the carrier is not getting paid for. And it's no secret that they're not getting paid because they just testified to it in court. And the fact that we're in bankruptcy court right now with all this $12 million in unpaid freight bills, there's no disputing that. So I kind of dropped the ball there, and I wish I could go back and redo that. But at any rate, the tariff is for you and the shipper. And we covered this. Judge didn't want to hear it because he's not a transportation attorney; he's a bankruptcy attorney. So that's what tariffs are for. You have a direct relationship with the shipper, whether you know it or not, through the bill of lading, and that's where your tariffs come into play. The broker is dismissed from the equation at that point. There's nothing in here about a broker. It's the shipper is acknowledging they're the shipper, you're the carrier, and they're instituting a contract between you and them. So broker can raise whatever stink they want. Uh, that's it's not for them. So I send my tariff sheets to the broker? No, because that's not what it's for. It has nothing to do with them. And they can raise any kind of stink that they want. They broke the contract. They didn't pay you. You have the right to recourse. So that's another reason you definitely want to do it before it gets to bankruptcy court, because then the bankruptcy judge can stop your collection efforts, which is what they've done to me. So snore alert in the house. Sorry, buddy, I'm not doing a very good job of filling in with you. That's my bad. WCF Invader, I got my own set of tariffs thanks to your lawyers. Well, great. That's another thing you get from AWA is they set you up. They can set you up with tariffs. Um, tell them if you don't mind, tell them I sent you. Trying to do some business. I always ask a fat man where not to eat. Good morning. Wheelburner in the house. Good morning. Uh, Omar Singh, did someone say my name? They have specific language. Cheap Freight Hauler says, Omar, do you have any loads available in Savannah today? I saw him on the load board yesterday. The credit rating was a 14. Let's see here if their credit rating has improved at all. Here they are right here. Ooh, credit rating of 0, no score, bankruptcy on file, cash transactions only, days beyond terms 78, 88% past due. Ooh, not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, please don't. Who who in the absolute hell is still booking freight with these guys? Come on. What are you doing? I don't care if you think your payment is guaranteed now through the bankruptcy court. In court and said our bankruptcy plan is not working. Do you think you're going to get paid? Some of you might get paid. The next step is to go fully insolvent. Who in the absolute hell is pulling their loads? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Or I guess you kind of deserve what you get. Kinda. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. Let me check my email quick. All right, that's good. Got some updated rate confirmations. People trying to sell me stuff. Offers, loads, blah blah blah. Yeah, screw them. We're good. Um, okay, now what was I gonna do? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Here. I'll just type it in here. awcollects.com. There you go. Tell them I sent you. I put the phone number there, but I'm too stupid to remember it. Do I even have it in my phone? That man, they've been collecting some freight bills. I'll tell you that. Uh, cheap freight hauler classes in session. You have my full attention. Oh, thank you, thank you. Now, for some reason, the tariff thing seems to be a very contentious issue. I don't understand why. That's the gist of what it is. It's just I don't know that people fully understand, or they're caught up in the broker mindset where it's broker, 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 broker. Well, at a certain point, the broker's out of the picture, and you you have that on your side, but you need to stick to it because they'll keep trying to insert themselves, and uh, they don't belong. They don't belong. Cassius King says, "I hate Lineage, but I can see why they put that in there. They're just warehousing." Yeah, I can too. I'd hate for if I built a warehouse and I was warehousing for somebody, and all I did was unload the truck and store it for 2 days, and then they send a truck, pick it up, and take it out. It's not right for me to be held accountable for that freight bill. I didn't. I don't schedule the pickup. I don't schedule the delivery. I rent space. I rent space. I'm not the end user. I'm not the manufacturer. I'm not the company that sold it. I'm not the reseller. I'm not the wholesaler. All these people along the way make money from the actual product. I make money from the storage space. So I can't be mad at Lineage for that. That's, in fact, I would tend to agree with that. Um, right or wrong, right or wrong. Um, Omar says, "Who turns monetization on a live show? Allegedly, I may have freight available in Savannah. I'm going to need you to pinky promise you won't go after my customers if I don't pay." I don't know what I'm doing. You told me, or Cash told me, to use the YouTube streaming app because they're pushing it out more. So I thought I would do it, and I have no freaking idea that it puts live commercials in there now. It didn't used to do it, so whatever. Whatever. I do what I want. Tolga put the clickable link there. awcollects.com. Talk to Adam King. Adam King is the boy you want to talk to. I might have an invoice I'm sending their way right here for $950 for Capital Logistics Group. Capital Logistics Group, you're on notice. You're on full notice there, sir. Pay me. Uh, Cheap Freight Hauler says, "Omar, I'll give you 30-day terms if I can get $2,500 Savannah to Augusta in a dry van." Ooh, that's real money. That's real talk. Yeah. Anyway, what else? You guys tell me, what else am I missing in the morning spot market report? I have to, yes, Tolga, Adam King. I have to do him justice, or I won't be invited. It's like filling in for Johnny Carson. You screw it up, you won't be invited back. See, I got to be the Joan Rivers to his Johnny Carson. Joan Rivers used to fill in pretty regular, and I got to be that. Got to be invited back. I have a book. Let me. I think we're doing a book review. Let me put a link here for this. We were gonna do The White Pill by Michael something or other. I'm having a hard time getting through it, and I don't know. if it's something I want to talk about on my channel because I might get shadow banned. We'll see. And then I said 48 Hours by William R. Forston, and come to find out that was the wrong book. I recommended the wrong book. The actual book we want is called Day of Wrath. Here, let me get a link to this bad boy. Come on, Amazon. Do your thing. Copy. That is a good book. If you all want to follow along with us in the Truckers Book Club, start reading that book right there called Day of Wrath. The link is in the chat. Get that. Hassan Pfeffer in the house. That's a new name. Run an envelope on your forehead and make trucking predictions. Wait, I wish I had my Cash is King black horn rim glasses. Let me do this here. By the way, does anybody like my Blatz hat? Got that for my birthday. Trucking predictions. Wait, what does that mean? I'm getting a clear message. 1 second. I have it. I don't know what it means. You guys interpret it for yourselves. I am told that for the next 6 months, trucking in general will be a satchel of Richards. I don't know what it means. That's the message I was given. Satchel of Richards. Anybody know what that means? I'd like somebody to interpret that for me. Omar Singh says, I'm currently posting load rates in Mexican pesos. Oh, we keep up with the way the dollar's going. The Mexican peso might be more valuable. Wheelburner says it's going to be a satchel of Richards. That's what that means, huh? I was wondering. Travis Weaver says, I was signed up with Convoy. Flexport bought them, but they are still using the old Convoy app. They reactivated my old Convoy account. They have Niagara water loads in Wisconsin, but not much else. I tell you what, Flexport is stupid. Well, they're smart. They bought technology, blah, 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 whatever. But you took on Convoy's problems. A lot of people want to sue you. Why would you activate old accounts rather than establish new ones? You just muddied the waters between all these people over here that want to sue you and your new company. Do a new sign up. It's not hard. You need new lawyers, dude. You need new lawyers. The last thing I would do is if I bought a company is go stir up the waters with previous customers they're trying to sue that company, and then represent myself as that company by reactivating old accounts and not whatever. But they got lawyers. They're smarter. I don't know. It's just how I would do it. Hollywood says DIY is the biggest dumbass in trucking and should be banned from YouTube. Huh. I can't argue with that. I tell you what, when you take time off of YouTube, you get out of the algorithms. I'll say that for sure. Cheap Freight Hauler says, can you ask the magic envelope if I should spend 50 grand on a new trailer? One moment. I don't have horn rimmed glasses, but I need my best Russian accent. Dear magic envelope, comrade magic envelope, should he spend 50,000 on a new trailer? Envelope says, cheap freight hauler, you're dumber than a satchel of Richards if you spend 50 grand on a brand new trailer right now. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. Magic envelope, sometimes, brutally honest. Just saying. Trucking with Liberty says, all right, I'm officially a client of Credit Safe. Thank you for sharing the services with us. Let me ask you this, Trucking with Liberty, because we have, when you sign up to do business with people, you have contracts, right? And you don't go spouting your business all over the place. Did you find the monthly fee for Credit Safe to be reasonable, acceptable, about what you thought it was? Should people be scared of it? Like, without revealing, because you have a contract, you're not supposed to tell everybody what you pay for everything. Just let us know that. Did you find it to be fairly reasonable? If you avoided one bad freight bill, would it pay for itself? Um, how does the math break down for you? Because people think I'm just trying to sell a bunch of overpriced BS, but that is, I tell you what, I will continue with. I bought it six. I've been using it for 6 months. I'll continue it even if after. I think it's a must-have. It's a must-have, especially things are like going south, 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 south. Um, you gotta watch. Hassan Pfeffer, DIY the Magnificent. Oh, damn it. Omar Singh, Chapter 11 is not going well. Think about trying Chapter 13. My lawyer says to me they're coming out with a new one called Chapter FU. Have you tried this to Chapter 7? I'm just saying, you skipped over a whole, you went, 11, 13. Did you try 7? Did you try like 42? What if you just try just putting different numbers after it all over the place? George Wilson says you need 3 chairs on your right for your guests and an in studio band, and you need a guy beside you to take the pressure off you. I tell you what, I had a conversation with a friend yesterday. I says, "Hey, buddy, I need a pep talk." Like I was struggling. He called and he's giving me the pep talk. All of a sudden, while he's doing it, I'm getting all these things done, and thanks. I needed something to take my mind off of the BS, and I'm glad I did this live stream today because it's taken my mind off of all that. Even though I'm like falling magnificently behind in my work, and but everybody's taken care of, so the important things are taken care of. Wheel Burner says, "I love that envelope." Mm, yes, this is what do we call? We're gonna call it the magic envelope. Anybody have anything else they want to know from the magic trucking envelope? Tommy Ramirez, good morning, brother. Hey, good morning to you. What do you have left after eating the La Brea tar pit peaches? Or La Brea tar peaches, the La Brea tar pits. I tell you what, sir, that kind of joke, it'll either get you made a moderator or banned in this community. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Cheap freight hauler going to wait until the end of the year. Okay. If I drop a link, can you forward this live stream to my lawyer? Sure, why not? Trailer prices have not come down as much as they need to. Truck prices are in the gutter. Trailer prices, they got a long ways to go. Trucking with Liberty, I found credit safe to be very reasonable. They are negotiable. I'll say this: their yearly fee is less than the cost of dealing with this leeway logistics load. And that was what? That was $1,000 load, right? So it'd be less than that. Ask the magic envelope if I should buy your trailer. Magic envelope, should trucking with Liberty buy my trailer? Trucking magic envelope doesn't seem to give a damn buy a trailer or not. I'll say this about magic envelope: a little salty sometimes, bad attitude. I'm new in your channel. I'm a truck driver too, Tommy. Well, welcome, Tommy. All kinds of nonsense in here. All kinds of nonsense. Hello, trucking with MC. Hollywood says, "Morning, DIY." Morning, Hollywood. Where you been? Where's Fate? Fate is. Here's the thing about Fate trucking. We've revealed the trust fund scenario, right? We all know there's a trust fund involved. He is at his family condo down in South Padre, Texas, with the butler, all the servants, living it up. I kind of feel like on my dime, but then I realized it wasn't my dime. It's trust fund money. A grown man that can afford, Abercrombie, Affliction T-shirts, uh, deserves a certain kind of life. Uh, Getting caught up. I'm just gonna tell him I'm working on getting caught up, but really I'm live with you guys. Give me just a bit. Yeah, I like to lie to my customers. There you go. Lie to your customers. It's the best thing to do. After he kept me up all night. Cheap freight hauler says truck. Anyway, to finish with Fate, he's on vacation with his family in Texas, I believe. Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, something. I don't know. I checked out after the word vacation. For all I know, he could be in, you know, Mongolia, but the Great Wall of China. I have no idea. I was like, he'll be back. I don't know, a month or two. I'm guessing. Truck will be paid off soon. I'll need more write-offs. Okay. If it ain't cash trying to trigger me, it's cheap freight hauler. With your write-offs, come on back. Lots of knowledge here. You can learn a lot here if you listen to this guy here. I don't know about that. With both feet. Hey, what's up? Hi, everybody. Hey, with both feet, I used your $50 Amazon gift card. Thank you. I bought a Borescope. Should be here on Monday, I'm thinking. So we'll make some videos. You guys will get to vote on. I'll do a community post, and it'll say, where should I stick my camera next? Guys could tell me all different places to stick it. How about that? Uh, one vote's up. Pull Butch in the house says, if cattle prices keep going up, might have to get armored vehicle to follow me to the slaughterhouse. Are they going up? That's good. It's about time. We need the price of milk to go up. Commodity prices are in the toilet. Corn and soybeans. Oh my gosh, it's rough around here. Lolly Sanders, you have money to buy rip plates. Where's my child support? Is transgender monster we created is waiting on a smash and truck and tuck. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Lolly Sanders? I paid the child support. Oh, the child is waiting on a smash and tuck. I'm not paying for that. You can't make me. Court can't make me neither. Tommy says, I'm here in Dallas, Texas, getting loaded, heading home to El Paso, Texas. Okay. What else we got going on? Oh, I got sent a new product to test. Fuelox has a two new products coming out, new and improve, and they sent me some to test. Was reviewing it, so I need to put some more time in behind the wheel. I'm probably gonna give them to have some drivers test it because I don't need to be behind the wheel more. But anyway, so we'll try to talk about that soon. Maybe he'll come out and do a what do you call it, product launch on our show or something. Looking forward to that. Like I said, trying to get Will Allen back. Some time to get him on from AW Collects. They're just getting inundated. Like, if you don't hear it from me, hear it from the lawyers that are doing these collections, how serious and bad the non-payment is in this industry right now. Like, he is exploded the size of his staff because they've got so many claims coming in every single day. So if you don't hear it from me, hear it somebody who does that or is in that industry. Like, it's awful. And you know, shippers are losing their ability to pay. Like we said, back during the pandemic, it was fuel prices and shipping prices that were hard on them, that made it hard on them. Right now, it's labor. It's labor and decreased spending. People aren't buying their products. Frito Lay just shut down some of their plants. No more weekends because people aren't buying freaking potato chips. I mean, it's potato chips, for crying out loud. So it's scary, scary times. Um, Scary times. Tommy says, I'm here in Dallas, getting loaded, going to home to El Paso. Okay. Checking with MC. I'm already learning. I'm taking notes. This nothing to take notes on in here. TJ, morning, TJ. That thing on Fate's upper lip, I can fill in for Fate if anyone has a question. How many torques does that thing on Fate's upper lip have? How much torque is in that? Checking with MC. I just left Fort Worth yesterday. Okay. People give me a hard time for flying out to Charlotte and not buying the truck, but it gave me a new perspective. It ironically gave me more desire to have a paid off truck. I tell you what, until you've had a paid off truck or equipment, like, you just can't quite get a grip on just the peace it gives you and the risk it takes away and your whole just attitude and perspective towards freight and things, and uh, brings a new level of security. It's just a different way to be. It's a nice way to be. Uh, by November, Tabitha will be paid off. Okay. Dan's Hotshot Adventures. Speaking of fuel locks, have you heard any more on them going public? I will ask. Last I heard, it was on hold. They didn't raise enough money. So I don't know if you bought shares. You still have them. They're still there. I bought a pretty good amount. I thought about, like, buying way more and turn it into a hostile takeover situation. But I don't have that kind of juice. Um, I check on mine from time to time. It's all still there. I'll ask him. There was some other things that came up. They're positive things, very positive things. So I think that kind of just got put on the side right now. You want to talk about a company that is exploding in growth. Like the amount of business they do outside of the US is just astronomical. Astronomical. So yeah, I'm still excited about that future, but it takes time to grow into a, multi-million or billion-dollar company. But I'm in it for the long haul, I think. Uh no fear in the house. Hey everyone. Jason Sivas. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Trucking Liberty, I just got an email from CR England. Apparently, Michelin is releasing airless tires for trucks this year. Well, that's interesting. Did I get that email? Let me see. Right here. Oh, I wish I could share my screen right now without screwing it up. Let's read it to you. 2024 is looking to be a revolutionary year for tire technology, with vendors like Michelin standing at the forefront of pioneering new tech. Carriers can expect to see substantial changes in how they roll. Here are the top tech tire trends to look for in 2024. Number one, airless tires. 2024, Michelin and General Motors intend to roll out the very first airless tires for select vehicles. I don't think this is going to be for trucks, though. Expect to cost 25% more than traditional tires. Damn it, boy. Anticipates airless tires will last 3 times longer than typical tires. I'm kind of curious. You've seen those airless tires, that webbing in the middle. If you took an airless tire and put it on a dual application for a trailer, and you're in like a shipper and you got to do a tight whip around U-turn or something, and you got to scrub those tires. I'm wondering how those tires hold up the scrub, and that's why I'm wondering if that's why maybe they didn't use them on tractor trailers yet. Number two trend would be tires from recycled plastics. Number three, tires from soybean oil and rice husk. What in the hell? Smart tires. Number four, smart tires with indicative sensors. Hmm, that's interesting. I'll have to look at that a little bit more later. Um, what else we got? Getting a lot of bid requests. Anybody else getting any RFPs for RFP season? A lot of places are going to very, very short-term contracts. And one of the food places, no, a couple of food places here went to weekly bids for all their freight. Doesn't matter. That's your contract. Weekly bids. Lowest price gets it. Doesn't matter if it's a broker or carrier. So that's crazy. No fear. Oh, where do I leave off? Butch says a load of fat cattle I delivered yesterday averaged $3,000 a head. Ooh, damn it, boy. PJ77 in the house watching. I know who you are. Uh, no fear. I just left West Palm Beach loaded going to Alabama. Get out of there. Cash King Trucking says, I don't get scared. The Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. Well, T's and P's to you, Cash. T's and P's. Stuck in Lenexa, Kansas, waiting on a load. I'm glad we got a live going to pass the time and learn a few things. Midwest Mike. All right. Well, appreciate it. Glad to do it. Go back about 45 minutes ago. We did a rant on tariffs. Cheap freight hauler. I've had 2 paid trucks and financed this new one. The borrower is truly slave to the lender. Funny how that works, isn't it? It's just true over and over again. I have borrowed. I was able to pay for this trailer. I had borrowed on a few things here, very conservatively. But I still don't even like it. Like, hate it. Takes away your peace, your freedom. That thing on Fate's upper lip. I don't have any torch, but I've seen a lot of Cummins. Oh, oh, I get it. Scorpion Trucker in the house. Good morning, DIY and everyone. Good morning to you. Travis Weaver, I thought you hired an assistant a while back to help out. Yes, she comes one day a week but when I go out on the road, I don't want anybody here. I'm not here to tell her what to do. So we just scratch it for that week. I'll don't mind saying it's a family member. So we're very flexible on that. And I'm still a little bit behind, but it's much better. I'm much more organized now. Much more organized. I can say that. Got my files in order. That's good. With both feet says, praise the Lord. That's good news. Continued prayers for recovery. Yeah. Bluetooth tires. In a way, we kind of already have Bluetooth tires with the tire pressure sensors and all that. But yeah, let me put a couple links out there. Oh, here's a link for you. I gotta do some shameless plugs. I ain't been around in a while. I gotta catch up here. My YouTube channel's dying. There's a link for Credit Safe. If anybody's interested, that dude is also named. See, the best people I got going right now are all named Adam. My name's Adam, Adam King from AWA. There's an Adam from Credit Safe. Um, yeah. Oh, let's talk about just a little bit of fuel card news. Here I'm gonna post a link to that. We're continuing to see improvement every month. Month over month, every month, we're about 20% growth, which is phenomenal. EFS says that's phenomenal. We're still small though. Last month we broke 17,000 gallons, which is pretty good. That's about, well, the last previous month I think was 12. So that's over 40% growth, roughly in 1 month. And they say January is typically your your lowest month. So um, good growth there. Like I said, I just made my own first deal with a truck stop chain. They gave me a very good entry point. Didn't even have to argue much. So I'm excited to hopefully get that running here in a month or so, and continue to get signups. Have been a little slow. Trucking is rough right now. The the markets are bad. You know, uh, I had bad timing on this one. I'd been working on this for over a year before it came out, and in that year's time, seems like everybody else had the same idea. Every factoring company, every stupid broker, everybody has a fuel card now. But you know what? They use it as a profit center, and I don't use mine as a profit center. So when this thing does get big and we can pull the kind of discounts that a Nastic or other people are pulling, those discounts are all going to come to you rather than uh, you know enriching me. Well, I'll benefit from it because I get those prices for my trucks. So that's kind of different. So it's an opportunity for people to help build that. Everybody kind of, oh, we all need to get together and do this. We all need to get together in that. Well, here's your opportunity to do something, one of those things. So it's what people will make it, and that's what it'll be. And if you know, what else can I say? So that is what it is. But it's going well. We're seeing good steady growth, and it's an exercise in patience. Um, it's been a great learning experience as well as a different one. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's doing good. You guys are doing good. The heck, we haven't really had any. I think we got the problems ironed out. I think all is good. We had a couple people on my app stop working. Well, apps do that. We'll get them going again, but log out, log back in, whatever. Just reset the pin. So largely, we haven't had any real issues here. Um, yeah, visit my website, DIYsemi.com. This weekend, I'm doing a charity event, Polar Plunge, where we jump into icy water, raise money for the Make a Wish kids. If you want to donate to that, I just posted the things in the link here, and I match everything. Um, so there's that. If you want a Cash App or Super Chat, Venmo, we're down this year. That's to be expected. There's very much to be expected. The economy's down. People don't have as much disposable income. Just saying, if you're gonna donate to anything, it's a good cause for you. But I think that I totally ruined the name Morning Coffee Spot Market Report. Drove it deeply into the ground. I hope that Snorlord can resurrect it and bring it back to what it needs to be. So sorry, Snorlord. I just totally, I kind of napalmed your gig here. Tried to share the spot market on the screen, and apparently the screen went black. So yeah, trucking beats digging a ditch with a shuffle. It beats a sharp stick in the eye. That's for sure. Um, Wheelburner says Liberty. Is there a link for the fuel card? Okay, I posted it here, or it's on the website diysemi.com. There we go, snorlord.net. Anybody else got anything they want to post or promote? You're you're more than welcome. That's why I make moderators. If you got a channel, you want to promote your channel, But other than that, I'm gonna get caught up on all my business stuff here, and then get over and help start setting up for that polar plunge. We're gonna live stream it. We got a special guest coming. Ooh, hold on, we might have just hit it big here with a. No, that's Arrive Logistics. We don't need to talk to them on the air. I thought it was a dispatch company. Special guest coming, hopefully. Cents per mile, the cents per mile channel. He's supposed to be coming, hanging out. If he doesn't jump, I'm going to throw him in. That's the part he doesn't know yet. And we're going to live stream it. Maybe you can live stream it to his channel, and you can watch a bunch of dumb rednecks do dumb things. I think the temperature is this year is suitable that I won't have a heart attack or a stroke or get pneumonia. But you know, boy can dream, right? All right, everybody. I'm gonna check out. Y'all have a great day. You know what? Go back and, if you wouldn't mind, go back watch some of my old videos. Help me get this get back in the algorithms here. I got to start to, I make a new commitment all the time to get going, but we'll start doing this here, and we'll get that Borescope, and y'all can tell me where to stick it. Everybody, take care. Have a great day.